All right, let's talk about Gits. Specifically, we're diving into a standardized workflow that's going to keep your code clean, your team happy, and your project stable. Let's jump right in.
You know that feeling, right? That little pit in your stomach when you push some code and boom, everything breaks. Or you find yourself staring at a merge conflict that looks like an absolute nightmare. Yeah, we've all been there. It's not just frustrating, it totally grinds progress to a halt.
But what if you had a map, a clear step-by-step guide to turn every single coding task, big or small, into a successful quest? Well, that is exactly what we're going to lay out today. Now, before we start rattling off a bunch of commands, let's talk about the mission itself, because understanding why you're doing something is the key to actually making it stick.
This quote really just nails the whole point. This isn't just about trying to avoid mistakes. It's about building a professional process that guarantees quality, gives you control over what gets released, and, most importantly, keeps everyone on the team perfectly in sync.
So, every good quest has its rules, right? And this one is no different. Think of these as the golden rules of our coding journey. First and foremost, the main branch is sacred. You never, ever work directly on it. You always start by syncing up so you have the latest version of the map. All your actual work, your adventuring, happens in its own separate feature branch. And maybe the most important rule, there's a gatekeeper. Only the lead dev has the keys to merge code into main.
Okay, time to get our hands dirty. The very first phase of any quest is preparing your gear. For us, that means getting our local workspace synced up with what we call the source of truth, the main repository.
These 3 commands should become muscle memory. It's the ritual you perform before you write a single line of code. First, git checkout main, just make sure you're standing on your local main branch. Then, git fetch origin goes out to the server and downloads all the latest info, but it doesn't apply it yet. Think of it like getting the latest news headlines. Finally, git pull origin main actually takes all those changes and integrates them into your local branch. And boom, just like that, your starting point is perfect. You're completely aligned with the team's latest work. No more building on top of old, outdated code. You're ready to go. All right, now for the fun part, the creative work. This is where you actually build that new feature or squash that annoying bug. And the best part? You're going to do it all in your own safe, protected little sandbox.
And that safe zone has a name, a feature branch. It's basically an exact copy of the main branch from the moment you create it. It's your personal laboratory where you can build, experiment, break things, and fix them, all without any risk of messing up the main project for the rest of the team.
And creating one is so easy. This one command, git checkout-b, does 2 things at once. The -b part creates a brand new branch, and checkout immediately moves you into it. A little pro tip, name your branch something descriptive, like feature/new login page. It just makes life easier for everyone. As you're working, you'll want to save your progress in little checkpoints called commits. You use git status to see what files you've changed. Then you use git add dot to stage those files, kind of like putting them in a box ready for shipping. And finally, git commit seals that box with a clear message describing what you did. And seriously, write good commit messages. Future you will thank you.
Okay, you did it. The feature is built, the bug is gone. Your work in the safe zone is done. Now it's time to show your masterpiece to the team and get it reviewed.
So up until now, that amazing new branch has only existed on your computer. This git push command is what sends a copy of it with all your commits up to the central remote repository. For the first time, your work is now visible to the rest of the team. Once your branch is up on GitHub, you open something called a pull request or a PR. This is a really important moment. It's you formally raising your hand and saying, hey, team, my work on this is done, and I believe it's ready to be merged into our main project. This is what kicks off that all-important peer review.
Now, this process has a really clear separation of duties. Your job as the developer is to do the awesome work and open the PR. The lead developer then steps in as that gatekeeper. They'll review your code, maybe ask for some changes, and then once everything looks good, they are the ones who perform the final merge. This is the safety net that protects the main branch.
Yes, your code is officially part of the main branch. Quest successful. High fives all around. But we're not quite done. There are just a couple of quick final steps to complete the cycle and get you ready for your next quest. So here's a crucial thing to understand. The main branch on GitHub is now up to date. It has your awesome new feature in it. But your local copy of main, the one on your computer, it's still living in the past. It has no idea that merge even happened. We've got to fix that. Hey, look familiar? It should. It's the exact same set of commands we used to start the whole quest. We switch back to our local main, and we pull down all the latest changes from the server, which now, of course, includes the very code that we just wrote. This brings our machine right back into perfect sync with the team.
And now for the final step, a little housekeeping. Your feature branch did its job beautifully, but its code is now safely in main. So we can go ahead and delete it from our local machine, just to keep our workspace clean and tidy. Don't worry, the remote branch on GitHub usually gets deleted automatically when the PR is merged. And there you have it, the entire quest, the whole map on one slide. This is your checklist for every single task. Before you code, while you're coding, after you're finished, and after it's merged. You followed these steps every time, and you'll be navigating your projects like an absolute pro. So let's end with that ultimate why. Why do all this? Well, by following this process, you are actively preventing those nasty merge conflicts. You are protecting the main branch like a fortress. This whole workflow is your shield, and it is the true secret to smooth, stress-free teamwork. So you've got the map, you know the rules, you have the commands. The only real question left is, what amazing thing are you going to build on your next quest? Thanks for joining me.